Right now, as you walk through your backyard or down a local trail, you are likely stepping directly on a natural pharmacy that has been used for thousands of years. Before we had a drugstore on every corner, our ancestors looked to the soil for their medicine. They knew exactly which leaf could stop a burn from blistering, which root could settle an upset stomach in minutes, and which flower could calm a racing mind before sleep. For some reason, as a society, we just stopped listening. We labeled these powerful healers as weeds and began spraying them with chemicals to get them off our lawns. But these forgotten plants are still there, waiting to be rediscovered. Today we are going to look at 20 forgotten medicinal plants that can heal you and your family, many of which are likely growing within 20 feet of where you are sitting right now. We aren't just talking about basic home remedies. We are talking about the biological powerhouses of the plant kingdom. Let's dive straight into the first forgotten healer on our list. First up is a plant that almost everyone in the world has tried to pull out of their garden, the dandelion. We spend millions of dollars every year on herbicides to get rid of them, but we should be harvesting them instead. Every single part of the dandelion, from the sunny yellow flower to the milky stem and the deep taproot, is edible and medicinal. If you struggle with digestion or feel sluggish, the dandelion is your best friend. It is a powerful diuretic that helps the kidneys clear out excess salt and water, and the root is world famous for supporting liver function. The bitter compounds in the leaves stimulate digestion and can settle bloating almost instantly. If you have a patch of lawn that hasn't been sprayed with chemicals, those dandelions are worth more than the grass they are growing in. You can toss the young leaves into a salad or roasted the roots to make a tea that tastes surprisingly like coffee, but actually cleanses your system. Next on our list is plantain. And no, I don't mean the banana-like fruit. I'm talking about the green, leafy weed with the vertical veins that grows in cracked sidewalks and compacted soil. This is the ultimate emergency plant. If you are out hiking or gardening and you get a bee sting, a spider bite, or a nasty scrape, you need to find plantain. All you have to do is chew up a leaf to release its enzymes and apply it as a poultice to the affected area. It contains a compound called aucubin, which is a powerful antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory. It literally draws the sting and toxins out of the skin. It is one of the fastest natural healers for skin irritations you will ever find. I've seen it stop the itching of stinging nettle and poison ivy in seconds. It is a forgotten miracle that we literally step on every single day. For number 3, let's talk about yarrow. This plant has been used since ancient times for its ability to stop bleeding. Folklore says that Achilles carried it into battle to treat his soldiers, which is why its scientific name is Achillea millefolium. If you have a small cut or a nosebleed that just won't stop, a bit of dried or crushed yarrow leaf can act as a natural septic, closing the wound and preventing infection. But it's not just for external use. Yarrow tea is incredible for breaking a fever. It helps the body sweat out bad stuff and regulates your internal temperature. It's also a fantastic digestive aid. It has a beautiful, feathery appearance and white or yellow flower clusters, making it a gorgeous addition to any medicinal garden. Moving on to number 4, mullein. This plant is easy to spot because of its tall, majestic flower spike and its soft, velvety leaves that feel like green flannel. Mullein is the premier plant for respiratory health. If you have a deep cough, congestion, or even asthma, mullein leaf tea or even the steam from the leaves can help clear your lungs almost instantly. It acts as an expectorant, meaning it helps the body move mucus out. The flowers also have a secret use soaked in olive oil. They make one of the most effective remedies for earaches. The oil helps soothe the inflammation, while the mullein's properties go to work on the cause. It is a tall, silent guardian of our respiratory system that often grows on the side of the road, just waiting for someone to realize how valuable it is. For number 5, we have chickweed. This is a tiny, delicate plant with small white flowers that loves cool, moist areas. Most people see it as a nuisance in their flower beds, but chickweed is a nutrient powerhouse. It is loaded with vitamins and minerals, and has a cooling effect on the body. If you have an itchy rash, eczema, or even just dry, irritated skin, a chickweed salve or wash can bring immediate relief. Internally, it is used to support weight management and to help move fluids through the lymphatic system. It tastes great too, similar to corn or spinach, so you can eat it fresh. It's a gentle healer that reminds us that sometimes the most powerful medicine comes in the smallest packages. Next up at number 6 is stinging nettle. Most people avoid this plant at all costs, because as soon as you touch it, the tiny silica hairs inject a bit of formic acid that stings and itches. But here is the irony. Once you dry it or cook it, the sting disappears, and you are left with one of the most nutritious plants on the planet. For men, nettle root is legendary for prostate health. For everyone else, the leaves are the ultimate remedy for seasonal allergies. It's a natural antihistamine. If you start drinking nettle tea a few weeks before hay fever season starts, you might find you don't even need your usual over-the-counter pills. It's also incredibly high in iron and protein. It is the powerhouse of the weed world, providing energy and allergy relief to anyone brave enough to harvest it. For number 7, we have elderberry. Now this has become more popular lately, but it remains a forgotten staple of the old world farmhouse. Elderberry is your primary defense against the common cold and flu. Scientific studies have shown that the compounds in elderberry can actually prevent viruses from attaching to your cells, effectively shortening the duration of an illness. But you have to be careful with this one. You should never eat the berries raw as they can cause stomach upset. They must be cooked down into a syrup or a tea. The white flowers of the elder tree are also medicinal, often used in teas to soothe skin and help with sinus issues. An elderberry bush in your yard is like having a permanent immune system booster standing by. Number 8 is comfrey, often called knitbone. This plant is a beast when it comes to repairing the body. It contains a compound called allantoin, which stimulates cell growth and bone repair. In the manual laborer's world of the past, a comfrey poultice was used to help heal broken bones and deep muscle bruises. It works so fast that you actually have to make sure a wound is clean before you apply it. It is mostly for external use today, but its ability to reduce swelling and mend tissue is unmatched in the plant world. Just a few leaves crushed up and placed on a sprained ankle can reduce the recovery time by days. Number 9 is self-heal, also known as Prunella vulgaris. Its name says it all. This humble little purple-flowered plant grows in lawns and fields across the globe. It is one of the few plants with documented antiviral properties that can even help with tough issues like cold sores. It is also an amazing wound healer. It's known as carpenter's herb because people who worked with their hands kept it nearby for quick cuts. It's also a powerful antioxidant that helps the body deal with physical stress. It is a quiet, low-growing plant that truly lives up to its name, helping the body heal itself from the inside out. Let's talk about number 10, lemon balm. And if you plant it once, you'll have it forever. But you'll be glad you do. Lemon balm is the ultimate nervine, a plant that calms the nervous system. It's excellent for anxiety, restlessness, and helping you fall into a deep, peaceful sleep. It has a bright, citrusy scent that instantly lifts your mood. Beyond the mental health benefits, it has powerful antiviral properties. Drinking lemon balm tea can help settle a nervous stomach and even help with focus and memory. It's a gentle, fragrant healer that makes your garden and your mind feel much lighter. Coming in at number 11 is motherwort. This has been a favorite for women's health for centuries. Its scientific name, Leonverus cardiaca, hints at its other major use, the heart. Motherwort is incredible for calming heart palpitations associated with stress and anxiety. It doesn't just treat the physical flutter, it treats the emotional anxiety that often causes it. It's a bit of a bitter herb, so it's usually taken as a tincture, but its ability to ground you and pull you back from a panic attack is very real. It's a tall, prickly plant that looks a bit intimidating, but it is a true protector of the emotional and physical heart. Number 12 is purslane. This is a succulent-like weed that often grows in garden beds where you didn't plant anything. Most people toss it, but purslane has the highest level of omega-3 fatty acids of any green leafy plant. We usually think we need to eat fish to get those heart-healthy fats, but purslane provides them for free in your backyard. It's also loaded with melatonin, which helps regulate your sleep patterns. It has a slightly tart, lemony flavor and a great crunch. Eating purslane is one of the easiest ways to support your heart health and lower inflammation without spending a dime at the health food store. For number 13, we have calendula, or pot marigold. These bright orange and yellow flowers are more than just pretty faces. Calendula is the queen of skin repair. It is a powerful antiseptic and antifungal. A simple salve made from calendula flowers can heal chapped lips, diaper rash, minor burns, and even fungal infections. It is incredibly gentle, It also promotes the production of collagen, which means it helps wounds heal without leaving large scars. It's a sunny, happy plant that brings a lot of healing power to the garden. Let's move to number 14. Burdock. You probably know this plant by its burrs, the little prickly balls that stick to your clothes or your dog's fur. But the real treasure is underground. It helps the body move toxins through the lymphatic system and out through the skin and kidneys. It's a classic remedy for chronic skin conditions like acne or psoriasis. By cleaning the blood, it clears the skin. The root is also a prebiotic, meaning it feeds the good bacteria in your gut. It's a tough, deep-rooted plant that provides deep-rooted health benefits. Number 15 is mugwort. This plant has a bit of a mystical reputation, but its medicinal uses are very practical. It is a fantastic digestive stimulant. If you have a heavy meal and feel like a rock is sitting in your stomach, mugwort tea can help jumpstart your digestion. It is also famous for its effect on dreams. Placing a bit of dried mugwort under your pillow or drinking a weak tea is said to help with vivid dreaming and better sleep. Historically, it was also used to help travelers with weary feet, often placed inside boots, to prevent exhaustion. Silvery green plant that grows in waste places, but carries a wealth of benefits for the human body. For number 16, let's look at California poppy. This isn't the same as the opium poppy, but it is a wonderful, gentle sedative. If you struggle with chronic pain that keeps you awake at night, or if you have a child who is restless and can't settle down, California poppy is a safe and effective choice. It helps to relax the muscles and quiet the mind without being addictive or causing a hangover feeling the next day. The bright orange flowers are a joy to look at and signify the warmth and peace the plant brings to the body. Number 17 is marshmallow root. No, not the white fluffy candies we roast over fire, though they were originally made from this plant. Marshmallow root is full of something called mucilage, a slippery substance that coats and soothes the throat, stomach, and intestinal lining. If you have an acid reflux problem, a dry cough, or even an irritated digestive tract, marshmallow root tea acts as a protective shield. It provides instant relief by coating the raw areas of your body. It's a cooling, moistening herb that is a must-have for anyone dealing with hot or inflammatory issues. Number 18 is goldenrod. This plant gets a bad rap because it blooms at the same time as ragweed, and people often blame it for their allergies. But goldenrod is actually a healer for the urinary tract, and a great remedy for the very allergies it's often blamed for. It is a powerful anti-inflammatory, and is often used to help clear out kidney stones or bladder infections. It's also great for upper respiratory congestion. Mild tea that feels like a warm hug for your kidneys and sinuses. For number 19, we have valerian. This is one of the best-known natural sedatives. The root of the valerian plant smells a bit like old socks, but its power to knock you out for a good night's sleep is undeniable. It's often called nature's Valium. It helps to relax the central nervous system, and is particularly good for those who have a racing brain at night. It's a tall plant with beautiful white or pink flowers that bees love. But the physical healing starts with that pungent root. Finally, at number 20, we have catnip. It makes cats go crazy, but for humans, it has the exact opposite effect. Catnip is a very gentle sedative, and an amazing remedy for colic in babies and upset stomachs in adults. It helps to settle gas and bloating almost instantly. It's also great for lowering a fever by inducing a mild sweat. It's a member of the mint family, so it grows easily and tastes quite good in a tea. It's a wonderful, safe herb for the whole family to have on hand. Now that we've gone through the 20 plants, you might be wondering, how do I actually use them? The most common way to get the healing benefits is through a tea or an infusion. For leaves and flowers, you simply pour hot water over them and let them steep for about 10 minutes. For roots, like burdock or dandelion, you usually want to simmer them in water for about 20 minutes to get the good stuff out. Wait, safety first. Before you go out and start eating weeds, you have to be 100% sure of your identification. Use a good field guide or a plant identification app. Some plants have lookalikes that aren't nearly as friendly. For example, yarrow has some distant relatives that are best avoided. Also, always make sure you are harvesting from areas that haven't been sprayed with lawn chemicals or are right next to a busy road with car exhaust. The best place to find your natural pharmacy is in your own backyard or in a clean forest area. Another secret that many old world healers knew is the importance of timing. Harvesting dandelion leaves in the early spring makes them much less bitter and more palatable. High noon on a dry day is usually the best time to harvest flowers like calendula or yarrow, as that is when their essential oils are at their peak. For roots, you want to wait until the fall when the plant has sent all its energy and nutrients down into the ground to survive the winter. That is when the medicine in the root is at its most potent. Preparing your own salves is another rewarding way to use these plants. By infusing dried herbs like calendula or plantain into a base oil like olive or coconut oil, and then adding a bit of beeswax, you can create a permanent healing balm that lasts for a year. I've seen homemade plantain slave heel cuts that look like they would take weeks to close in just a few days. It is empowering to know that you are providing your own basic first aid directly from the earth. Let's dive a little deeper into the ethics of foraging. When you find these plants in the wild, never take the whole patch. The rule of thirds is a good one to follow. Take 1/3 for yourself. Leave 1/3 for the animals and insects. And leave 1/3 so the plant can reproduce and be there next year. This ensures that the natural pharmacy stays open for everyone. For plants like dandelion and stinging nettle, they are so abundant that you don't have to worry as much. But for things like elderberry, it's important to be respectful. You don't even have to find these in the wild to benefit. Most of these plants are incredibly easy to grow in a small corner of your garden or even in pots on a patio. In fact, many people prefer to grow their own medicinal herb garden, so they know exactly what the soil quality is. A simple pot of lemon balm, a patch of calendula, and some nettles in the corner can provide you with a year's worth of tea and remedies. Think about the cost savings too. A small bag of elderberry syrup at the store can cost $20. But you can make a huge batch for a fraction of that if you have an elderberry bush in your yard. A bottle of sleep aids can be expensive and comes with side effects, while a cup of lemon balm and catnip tea is nearly free and actually supports your body's natural rhythms. Rediscovering these forgotten plants isn't just a hobby, it's a way to reclaim your health and your independence. There is also a profound psychological benefit to working with these plants. There is a sense of peace that comes from knowing the world around you is full of allies. When you no longer see a weed as an enemy, but as a friend that can heal your headache or stop a sting, your relationship with nature changes. You start to feel more at home in the world. This connection to the earth is a form of healing in itself, reducing stress and providing a sense of grounding that is so rare in our high-tech world. Many of these plants also act as adaptogens. This is a fancy term for plants that help your body adapt to stress. Plants like tulsi, which is a cousin of the lemon balm we discussed, and even the humble dandelion help to balance your hormones and support your adrenal glands. In a world that is constantly on, these plants help your body find its off switch. They don't just treat symptoms. They help your whole system find its balance again. For those of you worried about the taste, don't worry. While some medicinal herbs are bitter, which is actually part of why they work for digestion, many are delicious. Mint, lemon balm, catnip, and goldenrod make wonderful tasting teas. If a tea is too bitter for you, a little bit of local honey can make it much more enjoyable. And remember, the bitterness in a dandelion leaf is exactly what tells your liver to start cleaning itself out. Sometimes the best medicine for us is the one that challenges our taste buds a little. I want to encourage you to start small. Don't try to master all 20 at once. Pick one plant that you already recognize. Maybe it's the dandelion in your lawn or the plantain in your driveway. Learn everything you can about it. Try making a tea or a simple poultice. Once you see the instant results of its healing power, you'll be hooked. You'll find yourself looking at the world with the eyes of a healer, seeing medicine everywhere you look. The history of these plants is also fascinating. Many of them traveled across the ocean with early settlers because they were too important to leave behind. Plantain was actually called white man's footprint by Native Americans because it seemed to grow everywhere the settlers walked. They brought their pharmacy with them in their pockets. You are picking up a thread of human history that was almost broken. You are becoming a keeper of ancient knowledge. In our modern world, we often feel like we are at the mercy of big systems when it comes to our health. But as these 20 plants show, the earth is incredibly generous. We were designed to live in partnership with these plants. They take in the sun and turn it into complex chemicals that perfectly match the needs of our bodies. It is a beautiful symbiotic relationship that has supported us for eons. Imagine your backyard not as a chore that needs mowing, but as a vibrant healing sanctuary. Imagine being able to walk outside and find the solution to a cough or an itchy rash without having to drive anywhere or spend any money. This is the promise of the forgotten medicinal plants. They offer us a way back to a simpler, more connected, and more self-reliant way of living. As you start your journey into the world of backyard medicine, remember that the most important tool you have is your own observation. Pay attention to how your body reacts to different teas. Notice how the plants change through the seasons. The plants will teach you more than any book can. If you just take the time to listen, they have been doing this for a long time, and they are very good at their jobs. So head outside today and take a look around. Don't see weeds. See dandelions for your liver, plantain for your stings, and yarrow for your fevers. See the velveteen leaves of the mullein and the feathery foliage of the yarrow. Know that you are surrounded by life that wants to help you be healthy. The natural pharmacy is open, and it is free. The road to health and healing has always been green, leafy, and growing right under our feet. By reclaiming this knowledge, we aren't just healing our bodies. We are healing our connection to the planet. We are learning to walk with more respect and more gratitude on the earth. This is the true power of the forgotten medicinal plants. Thank you for exploring this hidden world with me. I hope you find as much peace and healing in these plants as I have. Remember, every weed has a story, and every leaf has a purpose. Treat the earth well, and it will reward you with a lifetime of better health. Happy gardening, happy foraging, and here is to a vibrant, healthy new chapter in your life. Take care of the plants, and let the plants do the rest.